Right, so today we have some details regarding the iPhone 13, and yes, I know some people are debating about the name. Some think it's a 12S, and some think it's a 13. I have not a clue about the name, and so yes, I'm just going to refer to it as the 13 for the time being. But anyways, Min-Chi Kuo has given us some details on the camera upgrades we should see with the iPhone 13 Pro range, specifically to do with the improvements coming to the ultra-wide. We also have some more information about the iPhone 13 going into production, which shouldn't really be surprising, and also we have a potential date for the iPhone 13 event. And so let's delve into all of this, but first, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors, and with that being said, let's just tuck in. Right, so beginning with Min-Chi Kuo's report, essentially he's given us details on the ultra-wide improvements coming to the iPhone 13 Pro range. Because yes, much like we've heard in the past, apparently the ultra-wide improvements will only be coming to the Pros, and so yes, if you are buying one of the regular iPhones, you're gonna have the same ultra-wide we have today, which is decent, but it definitely is lacking in a few features, and the improvements we're going to see with the iPhone 13 Pro range are pretty massive. And well, that actually begins with autofocus because the current iPhone 12 models come with fixed focus, and so in low light conditions the ultra-wide kind of sucks, and so yes, this is going to be a massive improvement, especially for night modes. We could also see a wider aperture with the ultra-wide. I believe it's going to be f1.6 now, and basically what a wider aperture does is allow more light, and so yes, again, this should help the ultra-wide deliver way more crispier images, and I can't lie, as someone who buys the regular iPhone every year, I am kinda disappointed this is not getting the juicy ultra-wide improvements, because as I said, the ultra-wide we have right now kinda sucks, and so yes, I'm hoping that Min-Chi Kuo is wrong, and we do see the same ultra-wide across all models, much like we have for the last 2 years. Anyways, let's now move on to a report from Digitimes that really is not breaking news in any way, and that is Apple is producing the iPhone 13 ahead of the September launch. Now guys, believe it or not, Apple does this every year. That's how they ready themselves for the demand they're gonna see with these new iPhones later this year. They make them before. That's literally how every company works. And so yes, this really should not be a surprise at all, especially since we have heard about the A15 and the 120Hz panels in the Pro iPhones already going into mass production weeks ago. And so yes, this all makes sense. Apple is prioritizing the iPhone launch and making a bunch of iPhones because it is their money maker. It's what makes them a ton of revenue. And so yes, Timothy's just being the smart businessman he is. Talking about the launch, we also have some information on the actual event date, and well, this also shouldn't be a surprise because basically Wedbush analyst Dan Ives says the iPhone 13 should be releasing in the 3rd week of September, and of course we know the iPhones are nearly always released on a Tuesday, and so that leaves us with one date, and that is the 14th. Now honestly, it's pretty easy to predict when the iPhones launch, since obviously apart from the iPhone 12, every iPhone in the last few years has consistently launched in September, and so yes, this really should not be surprising news once again, and I do think there is a very strong chance this does end up being the launch date. Now yes, I know some of you guys might think, what if the chip shortage pushes back the iPhone 13 release? Well, I don't think so because, as we heard before, Apple's chip supplier TSMC has already started making A15 chips, and obviously, like I said, the iPhone is the money maker for Apple, and so they're going to prioritize it over other products, and that could be why the MacBook Pros have been pushed back till the fall. Maybe Apple is focusing on the iPhone production, and then once they're done with that, they can move over to the other products in the range. And finally, we have these dumb units, and they don't reveal anything new. Instead, they pretty much confirm that we should see a smaller notch, and of course the new diagonal cameras on the iPhone 13 and 13 mini, and the much larger camera modules on the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max. But let me know in the comments below, would you buy the iPhone 13 Pro for the camera upgrades alone, or do you not care, and would you go for the regular iPhone 13 instead? Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. Check out the video in the icon above about details regarding the Apple Watch Series 7. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya, peeps.